Over the past 5 years, we've been blessed with some absolute masterpieces that deserve nothing less than a 10 by 10. Whether you're into epic storytelling, breathtaking visuals, or heart-pounding gameplay, this list has it all. Stick around as we count down 20 perfect 10 by 10 games of the last 5 years you must play. Let's jump right in. Square Enix's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is nothing short of a masterpiece. This game continues the reimagined journey of Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, and the gang, following up on the incredible Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's not just a nostalgia trip, it's a complete overhaul with new mechanics, stunning visuals, and expanded storylines that deepen the emotional core of the original game. The open-world design invites exploration like never before, making every corner of this world feel alive and full of secrets. Combat has been refined to perfection, blending real-time action with strategic command inputs. The synergy system allows party members to perform jaw-dropping combo attacks, and the boss battles are on a whole new level of cinematic intensity. The music? Oh, don't even get me started. The orchestral arrangements of classic FFVU tracks are pure magic. What I love most about Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth, is how it takes a beloved classic and expands it into something greater. The characters feel more real, the stakes feel higher, and the nostalgia hits in all the right ways. It's like reliving my childhood, but with a fresh, modern twist. Let's talk about one of the most talked about games of the last 5 years, Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, it had a rocky launch, but CD Projekt Red has truly turned this game into the cyberpunk masterpiece we all dreamed of. Set in the bustling, neon-drenched Night City, this RPG is all about choices, freedom, and immersion. You play as V, a mercenary navigating the dangerous world of megacorporations, rogue AI, and unforgettable characters like Johnny Silverhand, played by Keanu Reeves. The story is layered with philosophical depth, exploring themes like identity, mortality, and the cost of ambition. Phantom Liberty, the game's expansion, cranks up the stakes even more, with Idris Elba joining the cast in one of the best DLCs I've ever played. The thing that sticks with me about Cyberpunk 2077 is the world. Night City feels alive. Every alley, every skyscraper, every NPC contributes to a city that's as much a character as V or Johnny. It's a game that makes you feel like you're living in a sci-fi movie, and I love how it pulls me into that futuristic chaos every time.
I need to be alone, okay?
How rude.
Capcom continues to redefine how remakes should be done, and Resident Evil 4 Remake is their crowning achievement. This reimagining of the 2005 classic retains the charm of the original, while modernizing everything from visuals to gameplay. Leon Kennedy's mission to save the president's daughter in a creepy, cult-occupied village has never looked or felt this good. The revamped combat is smoother and more satisfying, with new mechanics like parrying enemy attacks adding an extra layer of strategy. Environments are richer, darker, and far more atmospheric, making every encounter feel intense. Even the story has been fine-tuned, with more character development for Ashley and a deeper dive into Leon's psyche. I love Resident Evil 4 Remake because it's not just a nostalgic trip, it's a fresh experience that still feels like home for fans of the original. Every time I parry a chainsaw attack or land a perfectly placed headshot, I'm reminded of why this game is considered one of the best of all time. If God of War 2018 set a new standard for storytelling in games, God of War, Ragnarok raises the bar even higher. Kratos and Atreus' journey through the 9 realms is nothing short of epic. From the opening moments to the jaw-dropping finale, this game is a roller coaster of emotions, action, and mythology. The combat is brutal and satisfying, with new weapons, abilities, and enemies to master. But what truly sets this game apart is its story. Watching Kratos struggle with his past while trying to be a better father is deeply moving. The relationship between Kratos and Atreus evolves in ways that feel natural and impactful, making every decision in the game feel weighty. What I love most about God of War, Ragnarok, is how human it feels. Yes, it's a game about gods and monsters, but at its core, it's a story about family, legacy, and redemption. I'll never forget the quiet moments between Kratos and Atreus. They hit me right in the feels every time. From Software's Elden Ring isn't just a game, it's an experience. This open-world masterpiece combines the challenging gameplay of the Dark Souls series with a sprawling, beautifully crafted world. With lore crafted by George R.R. Martin, every corner of the lands between is steeped in mystery and intrigue. Exploration is key, and the game encourages you to venture off the beaten path. Whether it's stumbling upon a hidden dungeon, taking down a massive dragon, or uncovering a piece of cryptic lore, Elden Ring makes every moment feel rewarding. And the combat? It's a perfect blend of strategy and skill, with countless weapons, abilities, and builds to experiment with. I love Elden Ring for its sense of wonder. Few games have made me feel this small yet this powerful at the same time. Every time I defeated a seemingly insurmountable boss or uncovered a hidden secret, I felt like I'd achieved something truly special. Guerrilla Games absolutely outdid themselves with Horizon Forbidden West. This sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn takes everything great about the original, stunning visuals, deep lore, and exhilarating combat, and elevates it to an entirely new level. Aloy's journey to uncover the secrets of the Forbidden West is packed with intrigue, breathtaking landscapes, and deadly machines. The world itself is the real star of the game. From lush jungles and vast deserts to underwater ruins, every environment is teeming with detail and life. Combat against the massive mechanical creatures is even more refined, with new weapons, traps, and abilities that make every encounter feel dynamic and strategic. And the narrative? It dives deeper into Aloy's character and her role in saving a crumbling world. What I love about Horizon Forbidden West is how it perfectly balances exploration, story, and combat. The freedom to glide across cliffs, swim through ruins, and scale massive machines makes every second feel like an adventure. And Aloy is such a relatable and inspiring protagonist. It's impossible not to root for her every step of the way. Stray is a game that proves you don't need massive explosions or sprawling worlds to create something truly special. In this indie gem, you play as a stray cat navigating a neon-lit cyberpunk city inhabited by robots. It's a beautifully unique premise, and the execution is flawless. The game's charm lies in its simplicity. You explore the city from the perspective of a cat, solving puzzles, interacting with the quirky robot inhabitants, and uncovering the mystery of what happened to humanity. The attention to detail is incredible. You can scratch furniture, knock over objects, and even curl up for a nap. The world feels alive despite its melancholic undertones. I love Stray because it's so different from anything else I've played. It's a heartfelt, meditative experience that perfectly captures the essence of being a curious, adventurous cat. The story moved me in ways I didn't expect, and I couldn't help but fall in love with this beautifully crafted world. Insomniac Games once again proves they're masters of superhero games with Marvel's Spider-Man 2. This sequel builds on the incredible foundation of the first game, delivering a story that's bigger, darker, and more emotional. You play as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, seamlessly switching between the two as they take on iconic villains like Venom, Kraven the Hunter, and more. The gameplay is exhilarating. Swinging through New York City has never felt this smooth, and the combat is a perfect blend of flashy moves and tactical depth. The addition of new gadgets and suits keeps things fresh, and the dual protagonist system adds a whole new layer of complexity to both the story and the gameplay. What I love about Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is how it makes me feel like I'm truly Spider-Man. From the pulse-pounding action sequences to the quieter, heartfelt moments between Peter and Miles, this game captures the essence of what makes Spider-Man such an iconic hero. Plus, that Venom storyline, absolute perfection.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Principal Evans.
Of course! Principal
All students have evacuated their classrooms. Where are you? Mr. Parker!
I just... forgot... something in my car!
What was that?
Konami's Silent Hill 2 remake is the stuff of nightmares in the best way possible. This reimagining of one of the greatest psychological horror games of all time doesn't just recreate the original, it redefines it for a modern audience. The story of James Sunderland searching for his deceased wife in the fog-drenched town of Silent Hill is as haunting and emotionally devastating as ever. The remake's visuals are breathtakingly eerie, with incredible attention to detail that makes every shadow and fog-drenched street feel alive with dread. The updated gameplay mechanics bring a modern polish to the classic survival horror formula, making every encounter with the grotesque monsters even more terrifying. And the sound design? It's a masterpiece of tension and atmosphere. I love Silent Hill 2 Remake because it's more than just a horror game. It's an emotional journey. The way it explores themes of guilt, loss, and redemption is deeply affecting. It's the kind of game that stays with you long after you've put down the controller. And I'll never forget the feeling of walking through that foggy town for the first time. Few games generate the kind of hype that Black Myth Wukong has, and for good reason. This action RPG from Chinese developer Game Science is based on the legendary Chinese tale Journey to the West, and it's shaping up to be one of the most visually stunning games of the decade. You play as the Monkey King, using his shape-shifting abilities and combat skills to take on mythical beasts in jaw-dropping battles. The gameplay combines fast-paced action with intricate boss mechanics, reminiscent of From Software's games. But what truly sets it apart is its incredible art direction, which brings Chinese mythology to life in breathtaking detail. What I love about Black Myth Wukong is its sheer ambition. It's not just a game, it's a celebration of culture and mythology. Dying Light 2 Stay Human takes the thrilling parkour and zombie-slaying action of the original game and turns it up to 11. Set in a sprawling open-world city overrun by the infected, the game delivers a unique blend of fast-paced traversal, brutal combat, and meaningful player choices. The branching narrative is one of its standout features. Every decision you make has tangible consequences, shaping the city and its factions in profound ways. Whether you're siding with the authoritarian peacekeepers or the rebellious survivors, your choices carry real weight. The day-night cycle adds an extra layer of tension, as the streets become far more dangerous after dark, with hordes of volatile infected roaming the city. I love Dying Light 2 because it nails the feeling of desperation and survival. There's nothing quite like sprinting across rooftops, narrowly avoiding death, while the city's haunting skyline looms in the distance. The freedom to explore and shape the world makes every playthrough feel personal, and I can't get enough of the intense, heart-pounding action. Stellar Blade, formerly known as Project Eve, is a sci-fi action RPG that combines breathtaking visuals with deeply satisfying combat. Inspired by games like Nier, Automata, and Devil May Cry, it follows the story of Eve, a warrior fighting to save humanity from extinction on a post-apocalyptic Earth. The combat is a work of art, blending stylish combos, precise dodges, and devastating finishers. But what truly sets Stellar Blade apart is its emotional narrative. The game delves into themes of survival, sacrifice, and hope, making every battle feel meaningful. And let's not forget the jaw-dropping graphics. The environments are stunning, and the character designs are nothing short of spectacular. What I love about Stellar Blade is its perfect balance of style and substance. The combat feels so fluid and rewarding, but it's the story that really hooked me. Eve's journey is both epic and deeply personal, and I can't wait to see how her fight for humanity unfolds. As the sequel to Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order Star Wars Jedi, Survivor takes everything that made the original great and expands on it in every way. You step back into the shoes of Cal Kestis, now a more seasoned Jedi, as he continues his fight against the Empire. The game offers a richer story, deeper customization, and more expansive worlds to explore. The combat is a standout, with new stances and abilities that make every lightsaber duel feel cinematic and intense. The puzzles and platforming sections are also more refined, offering a perfect mix of challenge and exploration. Whether you're piloting a speeder, battling fearsome creatures, or uncovering the secrets of the Jedi Order, the game is a Star Wars fan's dream come true. I love Star Wars Jedi, Survivor because it perfectly captures the spirit of Star Wars. Cal's journey is packed with heart, adventure, and a deep connection to the Force. From the epic lightsaber battles to the quiet, reflective moments, every second of this game feels like a love letter to the galaxy far, far away.
I thought they'd send someone a bit more, unfamiliar.
I would not be so quick to judge, Cal Kestis. Much has changed since we last saw each other.
I can see that.
Come. My speeder is this way.
Your land speeder? Stormtroopers found it.
Then we will take care of it.
Hi-Fi Rush is a game that came out of nowhere and instantly won the hearts of gamers worldwide. This rhythm-based action game is an explosion of color, music, and energy. You play as Chai, a wannabe rock star who teams up with a quirky group of allies to take down a sinister megacorporation. What makes Hi-Fi Rush so special is how it integrates music into every aspect of the gameplay. Your attacks, dodges, and combos sync perfectly with the beat of the game's incredible soundtrack, creating a gameplay experience that's as fun to watch as it is to play. The vibrant art style and humor add to the charm, making it one of the most unique games in recent years. I love Hi-Fi Rush because it's pure joy in video game form. The combination of rhythm, action, and humor is so fresh and addictive. It's one of those games that keeps a smile on your face from start to finish, and it reminds me why I fell in love with gaming in the first place. Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes the long-running franchise to the Viking Age, and it's nothing short of epic. You play as Eivor, a fierce Norse warrior leading their clan to settle in England during the chaotic Dark Ages. The game combines massive open-world exploration with gripping storytelling and brutal combat. Valhalla's world is massive and beautifully detailed, filled with lush forests, icy mountains, and bustling towns. The settlement building mechanics add a new layer of immersion, making you feel like you're truly carving out a home for your people. And the combat? It's raw, visceral, and incredibly satisfying. Whether you're wielding a massive axe or sneaking through enemy camps as a deadly assassin. I love Assassin's Creed Valhalla because it's such a rich and immersive experience. The Viking setting is absolutely captivating, and Eivor is one of my favorite protagonists in the series. The combination of exploration, combat, and storytelling kept me hooked for hours on end, and I still find myself going back to this incredible world. If Adrenaline had a game form, it would be Ghostrunner 2. Building on the success of the first game, Ghostrunner 2 pushes the limits of first-person platforming and lightning-fast combat. You once again step into the shoes of Jack, a cybernetic ninja, as you carve your way through a dystopian cyberpunk world. The game introduces new mechanics like vehicular combat, making the already intense gameplay even more dynamic. The environments are larger and more intricate, challenging your reflexes and problem-solving skills. Every encounter demands precision as you chain together wall runs, sword strikes, and dodges in a seamless ballet of destruction. What I love most about Ghostrunner 2 is the sheer rush it gives me. Few games can match its pace and intensity. It's a game where every victory feels earned and every moment feels like a test of your skill. The cyberpunk aesthetic and pounding soundtrack only make it more electrifying. The heartbreaking journey of Amicia and Hugo continues in A Plague Tale: Requiem. This stunning sequel takes the emotional storytelling and stealth-focused gameplay of the original and raises it to new heights. The game follows the siblings as they flee their war-torn homeland, navigating a world plagued by swarms of rats and human cruelty. The visuals are breathtaking, with lush environments juxtaposed against the horrors of the plague. The gameplay has also evolved, offering more tools for stealth and combat, while the narrative explores themes of sacrifice, love, and resilience. It's a hauntingly beautiful experience that lingers long after the credits roll. I love A Plague Tale: Requiem because of its deeply emotional story. Amicia and Hugo's bond is so raw and real, and every moment of their journey feels impactful. It's one of those games that stays with you, reminding you of the power of hope and perseverance in the darkest of times.
You hear that, Remy?
Are you with the thieves?
No, we just arrived. Listen, it's our fault if he was late.
You have no right to be here! Remy, you handle it. And don't disappoint me.
But the boy...
Few games have sparked as much discussion and emotion as The Last of Us Part 2. This masterpiece from Naughty Dog delivers a gripping narrative that explores themes of revenge, forgiveness, and the cycle of violence. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, the story follows Ellie as she embarks on a harrowing journey that challenges her morality and humanity. The gameplay is equally impressive, combining brutal combat with stealth and exploration. The environments are detailed and immersive, from the overgrown ruins of Seattle to the serene flashback sequences that add depth to the characters. Every moment feels meticulously crafted, making it one of the most impactful gaming experiences ever created. I love The Last of Us Part 2 for its bravery. It's not afraid to tell a challenging story that leaves you questioning your own emotions and decisions. The characters feel so human, and the world so alive, that it's impossible not to be deeply invested. It's a game that breaks your heart but also reminds you of the beauty of human connection. Alan Wake 2 is a return to the eerie, atmospheric world of Remedy Entertainment's iconic writer-turned-hero. This survival horror sequel takes everything fans loved about the first game and amps it up with cutting-edge visuals, deeper storytelling, and chilling psychological horror. Switching between two protagonists, Alan Wake and FBI agent Saga Anderson, the game delivers a dual narrative that keeps you on edge. The gameplay is intense, blending exploration, puzzle-solving, and combat against shadowy enemies. The light-based mechanics remain a key feature, making every encounter feel tense and strategic. What I love about Alan Wake 2 is its masterful storytelling. Remedy has a way of crafting worlds that are both haunting and mesmerizing, and this game is no exception. The psychological twists and rich atmosphere make it an unforgettable experience that keeps you thinking long after you've turned off the console.
I could see the Ocean View Hotel. I was getting close.
Ghost of Tsushima is a love letter to samurai cinema, offering one of the most visually stunning and emotionally gripping open-world games of all time. Set during the Mongol invasion of Japan, you play as Jin Sakai, a samurai torn between upholding his traditional code of honor and adopting guerrilla tactics to protect his homeland. The combat is fluid and diverse, allowing you to switch between stances to counter different enemies. The world is breathtaking, with golden fields, cherry blossom trees, and misty mountain peaks creating a serene yet dangerous backdrop. The story is equally compelling, exploring themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and identity. I love Ghost of Tsushima because it's a perfect blend of art and action. Every scene feels like a painting, and every duel feels like a dance. Jin's journey is deeply personal, and the world of Tsushima is one I never want to leave. It's a game that celebrates the beauty of Japanese culture while delivering an unforgettable experience. And there you have it, 20 perfect 10x10 games from the last 5 years that you absolutely must play. What are your favorite games from this list? Did I miss any titles you think deserve a 10x10? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.